Hi folks, welcome back to another video. This is the second episode of a series about general training principles and building endurance for fitness and speed skating. So if you want to skate longer and faster by training at a slower pace, make sure you watch this video till the end. And for more background knowledge, have a look at my previous video. I will leave the link in the description below. Furthermore, if you like this video, please push that like button and consider subscribing for more videos in the future and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on the next episode. Well, having this out of the way, let's go down into more detail of endurance training. As mentioned in my previous video, 3 different heart rate zones can be determined according to the 3-zone model of Stephen Seiler. These 3 zones are divided by the aerobic threshold and anaerobic threshold. Zone 1 is the low intensity zone and below the aerobic threshold. Heart rate lies below 85% of the heart rate max. Rate of perceived exertion 1 to 4. Zone 2 is the moderate intensity zone and lies between aerobic and anaerobic threshold. Heart rate between 85 to 90% of the heart rate max. Rate of perceived exertion 5 to 6. Zone 3 is the high intensity zone and lies above anaerobic threshold. Heart rate lies between 90 to 100% of the maximum heart rate. The rate of perceived exertion ranges from 7 to 10. As Zone 1 is low intensity and meant for efforts of longer duration, I decided to do a tour of 40 kilometers, which would take me about 2 hours to accomplish. As you can see, the weather was outstanding with typical Dutch cloudy skies. As the wind was pretty strong coming from the northwest, I chose to ride a trail in the same direction so that I could benefit from tailwind along the way, making sure that heart rate would be below aerobic threshold, which in my case would be about 150 beats per minute. Besides, this ride gives a good impression of the Dutch landscape. It has been proven that training in Zone 1 is very beneficial in developing endurance. Nowadays, top endurance athletes following a polarized training program spend about 80% of their time in this zone. So, why is it that training in this zone is so beneficial? Training in this zone means the following. Aerobic metabolism takes place, which means that carbohydrates, fats and amino acids are burned in the presence of oxygen. At lower intensity, the ratio between burning fat or carbs is in the favor of fat. This is very beneficial because 1 gram of fat produces 9 calories of energy in contrast to carbs. 1 gram of sugar or glycogen only delivers 4 calories of energy. So staying in Zone 1 for a longer period of time is more efficient and saves glycogen energy stores in liver and muscles. Above aerobic threshold, you start burning more sugars and the ratio between fat and sugar changes. Lactate is being produced, but the body is still able to neutralize that. However, as more carbs are used, you will run out of energy sooner. If not replenished in time, this will lead to fatigue and ultimately it will lead to bunking. So, for long distance events, it's important to be as efficient as possible so forcing the body to use fat as the main source of energy is key. Training in zone 1 can raise the aerobic threshold to a higher level, meaning that at a higher intensity fat is used as the main source of energy, which will result in higher speeds for a longer period of time. Apart from building endurance by training in zone 1, it also serves a purpose as a recovery training session, in particular at a lower heart rate and for a relatively short period of time, especially after hard training sessions in zone 3. This will help the body to flush away the amount of lactic acid. Other advantages of low intensity training are that it is less taxing to the body and less strain of the muscles, so chances of muscle soreness afterwards are probably decreased. Besides, building up overall fatigue is less likely to happen, so that will make further training in zone 3 more effective. Furthermore, it allows you to focus more on technique, which is also beneficial for skating faster and longer, and the body will be better prepared for longer efforts. A drawback compared to high intensity training, like training in zone 2 or 3, is that it takes more time to be effective, which can be a problem for time-crunched athletes. Training only in zone 1, however, will ultimately lead to a plateau without further improvement. So, although training in this zone of lower intensity has many advantages, you'll have to mix it up with training at higher intensities for better results in the long run. So, I hope this information was helpful for you to skate longer and faster than training at a slower pace. In the next episode I will talk about training in zone 2. So if you don't want to miss the upcoming videos, please consider subscribing and hit the like button and notification bell. That will be much appreciated. Leave comments or questions in the box below and I will answer them. Well, I've almost finished my ride today and I will leave you for the rest of this video without talking. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye!